everyone. So you can call me Nick, and I'm expected to present this to within 5 minutes. So, okay. So I'm going to cover Grab AI4C safety challenge that was posted 2 months ago by Grab. And I think the motivation behind this challenge is that they want to detect drivers that are driving dangerously real time. Because the current situation is that they're only able to know if the driver is have driven dangerously after the trip was carried out. Right? So, okay. So before I proceed, can I assume that everyone here have at least once used Grab's platform? How many of you felt safe during your trips? You don't felt? Alright. Anyway, so actually, alright, so to proceed, no? So based on the given data set, 1 out of 4 trips are labeled unsafe. So I cannot confirm if how they are labeled unsafe, if they are involved in an accident or the driver is talking while driving or answering the phone, etc. But I think it's reassuring to know that Grab is doing something about this to improve these statistics. Do you think this is a good statistics? No? Alright, alright, so me too. Okay, so before we proceed with our to take on the challenge, I'd like us to be aligned with the objective. So this is copy pasted from their site. So the expectation is to derive a model that can detect unsafe driving trips. But for us, for this evening, we're going to only highlight the engineered feature that I have. Okay, so before I move on, let me just give you an overview of our data set. So we have telematics data. So what is telematics data? Telematics data is the data transmitted from the driver's phone with respect to time. For example, in our case, it is being transmitted every second per trip, right? So we have speed, bearing, accuracy, etc. Right, so another data set is our label data set, which only contains booking ID and label. So label stands for if the booking is labeled dangerous or not, or safe. Right, so based from this, we have this distribution. So we have 40,800. Okay. Then, interestingly enough, I found previous study that highlights this DSD diagram score. So what is DSD score, or driving style diagram score? So this score delineates drivers that drive aggressively over drivers that drive safely. So I think we can all agree that safety is associated with the way we accelerate or decelerate whenever we are turning. So in here, acceleration is broken down to 2 components. What's the longitudinal acceleration? This is the acceleration that they're all familiar of. This is the acceleration within a straight line. And another one is the lateral acceleration. This acceleration is the acceleration whenever we are taking turns, right? So I think we can all agree to that we have to somehow brake smoothly before we take sharp turns. So based on the previous study, it is associated with the DSD diagram, right? So just to make a point, so this acceleration is computed by this formula. So we are leveraging on speed, second, and bearing. Alright, so just to explain further, this diagram is computed, we are able to achieve DSD score by mapping out the longitude acceleration and lateral acceleration per instance. So for example, I like you to imagine one trip. So for example, that trip lasted for, let's say, 1,000 seconds. So DSD score is considered to be safe if only 9% or below 9% of that instance is within the safe area. So the safe area is within that yellow trace. So it's given by the total of instances that are outside the safe area over total instances. Right, so the threshold that was inferred by the previous study is safe score is below 9%. Okay, so fast forward, we are now able to enrich our labeled dataset with these features. Number one is our DSD score, which we have talked about a while ago, and next is the mean accuracy and the variations within that accuracy. So I think that this accuracy is important also because it determines some kind of weight for that row. So might as well give the summary statistics or feed that summary statistic within our model. Okay, so in our model we've used or we've leveraged on XGBoost, and we are able to come to arrive at 0.62 AUROC score. Okay. Alright, so let me just jump now into results and recommendations. Recommendation number one is we can calibrate the DSD cutoff score with respect to passenger class combinations. For example, we can classify our passenger with respect to age, gender, and country, etc. Because I think we can also all agree that risk perception is subjective to this kind of variables. Number two is we can scale the proof of concept into production. Like for example, we can introduce a new feature like real-time driving style feedback. So I imagine it this way, that whenever the driver is driving, there's a kind of bar that shows if he's driving safely or aggressively real time. Right? So next is to support our costs is we have to I recommend that we incentivize partners or drivers that promotes a safe driving style. So that would be all. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you.